They have quite the road ahead of them, a roadblock, if you will, in Gen G. Let's see how they handle things, James.
Yeah, Gen G and OG have squared up every single online qualifier up to this point, and OG has only won one of the 5 matchups, so they are the underdog here, but getting off to a solid start. First Killer will chase this ball down, but Calm coming within inches of scoring that first goal for OG.
Would have been quite the way to start the game, and you were talking about Calm a little bit before today it started, James. His effect on a roster as a solid support player on this OG team, and feel like maybe a bit underrated as he forces the 50 out perfectly for JNAPS here.
Oh, JNAPS, a big score, but you cannot underestimate any of these players. Calm even mentioned it in the interview, in an interview before, where they're a team made up of players that many people would not have considered the superstars on their team, but look at where they are. They made the last major. They're continually in this conversation for top 4, so you cannot doubt their results. Oh, big stop, but the rebound's gonna be good.
Yeah, no problem for First Killer there. JNAPS in an impossible spot. It all comes down to that first 50, and Calm doesn't have any boost. He's just hoping Chronic drops that ball at some point, which he doesn't. And First Killer, an easy shot for him in front of the box.
JNAPS was trying to get that ball up. If he gets it straight up in the air, it's good, but the fact it hit off the crossbar, that was, put it in the perfect position for a cleanup goal. So we're right back to where we started. Both teams even. We're not even a minute in.
Apparently Jack not wanting to play that ball into JNAPS. He'd rather take it to the weak side. Jack's patience pays off, but now trying to move quickly. He had First Killer downfield as well, but he didn't connect on anything. Jack's reset didn't really go anywhere. Gen G all pulling off and unable to hold possession. Just try to deny OG one in the midfield as First Killer holds the ball and back down to the corner.
Passes off to Calm as well. Calm dunked on by apparently Jack. This will put Gen G on the attack. A traded demo, Jack and Calm taking each other out. Brief 2v2 for a moment. You see JNAPS beating that first attacker. But Gen G doing well, keeping this pressure going. JNAPS forced to hit it off his own back wall.
And Calm, he got chipped on his way out to challenge the ball. Chronic took the play away from him, and a broken passing play. Nice Gen G pushing forward on that pressure. Always got to keep an eye on that back line, especially with Gen G. They warp your rotation through consistent attempts at bumps and demos. Jack, who tends to sit in the front of the rotation, is a big part of that game. He rolls the ball down the pitch for First Killer, and the little pinball goes back to the corner.
We might want to start paying attention to that comment. Apparently, Jack demo score line. They've taken each other out twice now in this game. Both players very familiar with that demo aspect of the game. Calm maybe more so. We look at the counterattack starting now for OG. Calm low boost, and he hit it way too far away. He was trying to keep that close.
And Noel even made contact on the First Killer, but that needed to be a bang-bang play. Calm almost loses control of the ball, but he's got control of it. Now he's lost it. Chronic full tank of boost. As the options start dwindling for OG, First Killer with a perfect first touch, keeps it tight, reset. JNAPS goes flying underneath just in case he decided to drop it. OG are trying to cover every option before it happens. They do break out thanks to a couple of quality touches, and JNAPS through the midfield.
Big work from JNAPS, and a low shot from Calm. It was going to be wide anyway, but you saw JNAPS control that ball on the sidewall and win that 50. JNAPS, he is at the heart of the offense for OG.
Chronic so far hasn't really found a quality opportunity outside of that first goal. This time he's forced to play it away and has to wait for his team to win the bout. First Killer pushes it back towards OG. Chronic still waiting underneath, avoids JNAPS on the bump as Calm moves forward. Reset, attempted pass. JNAPS sees it's covered, opts to play the loss and the challenge instead. OG, despite keeping the ball locked in here, James, really not controlling the ball well. They're able to keep the Gen G honest on the midfield line. If OG stay here, they might find their chance.
Oh, that boost spawned on Calm. Gen G might be wondering where it is, but now we see a long pass up to Chronic. Chronic going for a double, leaves it for First Killer. First Killer light touch, but Calm was on the backboard, ready to clear that one out.
Thankfully, Jack is on the back line. Chronic had misrecovered, so he needed the extra time. Now he's in position to boom it downfield. First Killer faster to the play. OG just trying to adjust. Chronic, the second man, demoed. And it's Calm again with the physical game.
Also winning that race to the mid boost with First Killer. First Killer still struggling to get some boost now, and it's a big 50 win from Com, who hunts for the demo. First Killer had run away. Chance now for Nolly, who goes for the backboard, but First Killer was there. You can see GENG, though, forced all the way back.
First Killer has to boom it. And good read and good touch there from First Killer. All apparently Jack can do is just hope he gets the 50 into a playable position afterwards. GENG continued to kill the ball back. They're happy to let OG play the heavier touches as long as it's not a threat in front of the box. Com puts that threat in, and he squeezes through two. OG up late.
And Com, such a methodical player, staying behind the ball, reading the defense every step of the way, goes for the 50, and it's enough to push it through. Not the prettiest of goals, but an effective strategy, even if he doesn't score there. Was hoping for a rebound, but Com ended up just doing it all. On kickoff, though, tested, but Nolly comes out on top, getting the save.
Not a bad try on the response from GENG. Chronic still has possession. Jack just trying to neutralize the 50 again. First Killer somehow got in front of that. Or excuse me, Chronic got in front of that. First Killer next on the ball. OG hold the ball. JNAPS knows that OG have the first game win, making a statement here.
And I think that statement, Jorby, is that they are not intimidated. They were is the embodiment of OG and their play style. He has the mechanics. He can use it, but OG, their main focus is on winning at all costs. It doesn't have to be pretty. You know, it doesn't have to be the incredible solo play, flip reset off the ceiling type play. I mean, they can do that, but only if it is the most effective means.
Now, I feel like that's exactly what this team wanted to do when they set out and put three support players together. Is, well, now we should just be the ultimate trio of support. Didn't work that way at first. They really started to figure each other out as time went on this season. We're talking about them squarely in the conversation to make the major, maybe the world championship. Right now, GENG stand in their way in the quarterfinals. OG, they make the first trek on the path up to the course of the High Rothgar, but can they actually learn the words, James, and get to the semifinals?
We'll see. Right now, OG, the definite underdog. Like I mentioned before, out of all the 5 matchups they had, running into each other every single online qualifier, OG has only come out on top 1 of those 5.
Chronic, he avoids the bump, recovers, ball still going slow, and he still has control. And he reads the attempted bump. Even if they get the touch there, he'll still be behind the ball, but still just avoiding everybody there. It was good eyes from Chronic. Doesn't matter too much. OG do keep possession. You do like seeing GENG continue to have solid vision on defense. Apparently Jack turning into the play and trying to get it around. I think I said Chronic before, but apparently Jack behind Chronic and third man right now. Com trying to back pass. Chronic steals it away! And an unfortunate mishap from OG. Chronic gonna punish.
I mean, he jumps the lane. Com goes for the back pass, but needed more power. Nolly had 100% trust that Com was gonna get that ball back to him. But Chronic knew exactly what was going on. The play was telegraphed, and even though it was telegraphed, if Com could get more power on that, he still would have been fine. Just wasn't able to find it. Now, GENG take the lead.
OG only have First Killer there. GENG giving them the midfield. Heavy touch from Com. It's gonna need to be tighter when Chronic's got you covered there. Apparently Jack a little slow to the midfield though. Chain dashes all around for Chronic. But OG happy to let him do that. They see all the chain dashes and no boost trail. You know he's got nothing. Just let him give the ball up. OG's, we're running low on resources. JNAPS has the midfield boost, pass to Com, fakes out the shot, has another try, denied by apparently Jack, but they're hanging on to the midfield, James.
It was a good infield pass, and it took boost out of the tank of GENG. You can see First Killer awkward. It was actually in reverse there. Does get that corner boost, though. So we'll see GENG get some time on attack.
OG needs something to start clicking on offense. Only one shot halfway through the game. They've had a lot of good presence in the midfield, and the second shot, First Killer gives him a nice assist. Nolly gets credit, and OG tie things up.
And there was a double commit. You could see First Killer and Chronic both going for it, and that put First Killer out of rotation. So that double commit that is really what cost him there. Had First Killer stayed down, probably would have been able to make that save, but excellent pressure coming out from OG.
More chance for pressure here. He identifies the space. Chronic hops right on top of it. Com sitting deep, tries to hop the quick pass. And First Killer grabs it. Chronic dropped it. Good vision again from Chronic that time. To drop it for First Killer, seeing the early challenge coming. JNaps is downfield though. GENG can't hold on to the ball. As good as the vision on the back wall has been, doesn't mean too much when you can't really get any presence in the midfield.
Interesting to see what approach OG takes. JNaps, that ball got away from him, but still faked out the defense. Apparently Jack will have some boost in space. Nolly doing a great job of getting up there and shutting the play down. There's a bump from behind. This could make things difficult for OG's defense.
Oh, he got the pass out anyway. Unfortunately for First Killer, it was on his tail. Trying to read when that 50's coming. It never did. Now he's up in the air. Thanks to the pass from Jack. Puts it down and wow, First Killer almost dropping it in the bucket himself. Not quite over. Looking for Jack. Jack gets bumped. OG continued to go to the physical game to pull GENG players that are off ball completely out of the play. But apparently Jack sizes up the 50-50 and takes all 100 of it.
And Jack fights through that contact attempt. Nolly had almost no boost, went all in trying to get that bump on apparently Jack because he knew how dangerous that situation was. Couldn't do it. And apparently Jack locking in, taking advantage of the fact JNaps had no boost either and gets that 50 goal. So we see GENG fight back the end of this one. Will they be able to hold on?
Not a lot of boosts here for Jack. First Killer also skinny on the rotation deep as the third. Chronic will try to shake Nolly off the path. Another quick attack maybe from JNaps. No, he decides to pull off. Let First Killer give it up, but threaten the challenge, and he did indeed make First Killer make a move. Chronic trying to force them off the ball, and OG are doing a great job with that, James. GENG are respecting OG's approach, and they are getting them to bite where GENG typically wouldn't. So they get some shots on target, they create some nice pressure, but the boost is scary as they run out in the midfield, but Com gets a good touch. Nolly got the touch out to JNaps. He's got some boost, but a weak touch. Chronic easily saves it out.
Wonder if JNaps might have been hoping to get a reset there. Instead, the weak shot will be easily saved. And now we'll have to see this happen at 0 seconds. JNaps trying to play it slow. Hands off to Nolly. Ball still in play. And there it's finally swatted down to the ground. And we've got the response from GENG Mobile One Racing. So gameplay, GENG winning that boost battle. We'll see if OG can start to bounce back or if they'll continue to have those boost struggles.
And that is the hard thing to do in the midfield, is even if you win that touch and you keep battling GENG players with momentum, it's tough to really keep the advanced position you want with low boost. Keep a close eye on the canister and pad battle. OG are on offense, see if they can trade a little bit more and see if they force GENG into a low boost scenario.
But you even see the mid boost spawn the split second after Nolly had already left.
Sometimes the timing just doesn't go your way. But OG, fine enough. Com with a full tank of boost. Jack forced to retreat, and Chronic's right underneath. Always a follow-up ready for GENG, but he's out of boost. Still finds a way to shake it across the box. JNaps recovering in net. Com downfield against First Killer. The same story again, James. OG, you get the clears. Maybe you get the midfield boost. But what are you doing outside of the corners? Oh, maybe you're missing the ball. Jack will take it. Yeah.
We're seeing so many demos at the midfield. Apparently Jack landing one. Now another trade between Com and Chronic. This game starting to get physical.
The corner boost spawns for Nolly this time. JNaps sits wide to try to win that 50, but it's a perfect loss to Chronic. Back to First Killer. Com readjusting. Apparently Jack flying in. The window just wasn't open enough for him. He still had to take a shot at it. Forced OG to make a move.
That would have been something special if First Killer hit Chronic while he was still in the air.
That would have been
and they made that work.
Some crazy things we've seen between First Killer and Chronic. Only add it to the list. It's getting longer every day. They dumped the ball down for all we talk about the offensive struggles for OG. GENG haven't fared much better in the first 2 minutes here. JNaps just stole the ball out with no boost on the flick. Nolly controlled, but lost it on the reset. Very heavy. Hard to get much done. GENG already on top of it. And again, JNAP's had no boost. Nolly had no boost. That touch from First Killer, any other time, James, they hop right on top of that. And you're talking about a real press, GENG out of position, but instead, they're starved from the midfield, but they're still winning the ball. They're still winning the touches. Calm lets it go. JNAP's 2 touches underneath, and all 3 from GENG bunched up. First Killer comes out. This is the most that OG have had GENG pressed yet.
Good shot from JNAP's, taking 2 defenders out of the equation, but Chronic marching this ball downfield. The extra touch, and Chronic pops off!
Oh, he's got to track this from the whole way downfield. JNAP's underneath, gets underneath Chronic in that last touch. JNAP's had it lined up. He did not anticipate it was going to happen. He's just a hair slow. Chronic has him beat.
Just proof that not every great shot needs a flip reset. Chronic kept pushing that ball forward. And to get that triple, but now the response from JNAP. So despite all that hard work from GENG Mobile 1, the progress erased.
Such a good challenge from JNAP. He's jumping back from his own half to go meet First Killer. Don't just give him the midfield. Get out there and force him to make a move. First Killer, he has Jack, but Jack's not in as good a position
hold on.
as OG were, and they almost double up on the kickoff. Not a lot of people giving OG a ton of chances. Even Daz was saying it in the pregame that you can't sleep on this OG team. And even though Daz is saying that as a GENG fan, there's definitely something behind him.
GENG. He also
did. I mean, it would be crazy.
Killer and apparently Jack to do even better than they did in the Swiss stage.
We're not going to talk about his fantasy picks.
Doing quite well. I guess. So I trust his analysis at your own discretion.
Well, so far, I think, as far as fantasy goes, Daz is probably going to be hurting. As far as the actual result goes, it's anybody's game right now. First Killer with possession. Nice first touch. Drills it through 1. Apparently, Jack with a free touch, and he wants to make OG uncomfortable. You see how uncomfortable they could be at times, but from Calm totally changed the narrative.
And Calm, with nothing in the tank, still landing demos, pushing upfield. They lost that boost battle last game. This time they've been low boost a few times, but have gotten out of those sticky situations. Now Nolly with a full tank. Racing First Killer gets the ball over to JNAP's. JNAP's going for the double. Fakes it for Calm. Calm's shot is weak. Rebound will not be picked up. Needed more on that shot.
You really did. You needed some height. You needed to get GENG to panic a little bit. Instead, flubbed in front of the box. Chronic holding down the midfield line, and First Killer will take it. OG get pushed back. Calm, he's forced off of his route. Chronic, you don't even have to bump a player. You just got to make him move out of the way. And that could be the difference between you holding possession and building pressure. It is the case here for GENG. First Killer with possession goes for the light touch. Tries to play JNAP's touch. He's out of boost now, and an easy catch for Nolly.
Nolly gets by 1, has support in the middle. JNAP's waiting for it, but the pass is way too far away. And JNAP's in a battle, won that corner boost. So First Killer out of boost. Will be slow to help out on this play. Backboard pass at 10.
Oh, he got caught.
Field. Calm's shot is off target.
Oh, First Killer got caught. He was looking at first man, and he's still going to get burned because he's out of boost. And you called it, James. The pass downfield. First Killer sees the clear come out. He thinks he's going to have an easy response, but Calm pops out like a gopher off of his screen. The ball's over his head, and he recovers fine enough, but he's left boostless, and the ball's in the back of his net.
And he was struggling for boost ever since JNAP's was fighting him in that corner and won the race. Final 10 seconds. 1 goal lead for OG. JNAP's going for a dunk. Doesn't get it. Chronic will pick it up and field to First Killer. Huge block by Nolly. Chronic keeping this ball in play. Calm going for goal. Doesn't make contact, and that will be game. OG back on top in the series.
Even at the very end, James, the physical game, OG straight up.
To respond to these bumps, to these low boost plays, to this smart challenge gameplay that OG has brought to the table.
Few teams have found success against GENG, especially in the playoffs. Well. Apparently, Jack is going to score.
And to come off a kickoff, or to come off a timeout with a perfect kickoff play. JNAP's had boost as well. I know he's going to want that touch back, but that is the perfect response after a timeout from GENG.
Yeah, JNAP's You know, I would look at that over and over again and be like, oh, if I just flipped a quarter second earlier or a quarter second later, that's a save instead of an own goal. I'm sure he would never watch it again. I know if it were me, I wouldn't. But apparently Jack not going to keep that going, and fitting that, of course, he is the one to strike first. Like, he gets behind a lot of the regains for GENG. It's a great job at creating space and conducting pace of play. He needs to do that for First Killer, who got shut down last game. Calm will utilize the mechanics with space, opts to let that ball bounce into Chronic to give Nolly a free touch on the ball. It doesn't work out this time, but you still love those layers and how they use those 50s to their advantage. Here's another pass, and it's off the post. Coming back around, Chronic will get to the touch first. Nolly will have to control the ball and leave.
And zero boost, First Killer getting demoed after zero boost. You can see Calm still going for bumps, making it difficult. Turns to challenge on zero boost. Nolly infield to JNAPS. JNAPS shot through the smoke. Gets the goal for OG.
OG are burning and turning this game into theirs. Nolly gets the pass to JNAPS. Chronic, as soon as he sees the pass, he turns off, but that only opens him up to get smacked. And OG, what a response after the kickoff goal, where many other teams would have immediately given up the series to GENG after that. OG feeling a little different today.
Calm has been playing so well. Even when he's had low boost, opting to turn back into the play and find boost, find demos, find bumps. Calm being a nuisance as first man.
That rolls quickly, and thankfully for JNAPS, he had some support. And he has to use a lot of boosts. He's left with only 4 in the tank. Apparently Jack takes his time, and a slow shot can be a dangerous one. If you're not careful, Calm will wrench that ball away from First Killer and try to get OG out. He's down! Apparently Jack in stride! Nolly shot denied! 2 saves in a row for Jack!
We saw the pre-jump shot and the pre-jump save! This game is elevated!
Oh, I think that they have measured quantum entanglement. Both teams entangled in this duel right now. JNAPS brings it down. It means so much more for OG than it does for GENG, who won the last regional. Their major hopes are almost secured already. But for OG, the question very much still remains for them. Could be huge if they could keep this up, but apparently Jack on the back line, that's what you're up against. You can pre-jump all you want. So can GENG, Nolly.
Double commit.
Finding JNAPS, he's got no boost.
All of OG hurting right now. Calm hoping to get some breathing room. First Killer has boost. Heavy first touch. Chronic gonna try to take it up. Pinches it up and over. Infield to apparently Jack, but look at how quickly OG is getting up to those midfield challenges.
First Killer just gonna boom it. Had the full boost, had space. Apparently Jack downfield, probably the option he wanted to go for, but Jack had no boost, and his car was turned away from the play. Still, Jack takes control, and out of boost, he played the hard touch, and Calm is perfect on the back wall again, James.
Ball finds its way over to apparently Jack. Looking for the infield pass.
Nice
There's
bump.
Chronic bump, but First Killer's right behind him.
Oh, Calm's doing everything right now. Bumps the second man out of the play, and follows up the rebound. Now he's on control, but you got no boost. What is he gonna do now? Okay, well, that's to First Killer. I thought JNAPS was playing a little tighter than that, I'm not gonna lie. My eyes shifted to the middle of the field. JNAPS without any boost, and there you go, GENG.
And that was because JNAPS packed forward to try to get a small pad. You can see GENG winning this boost battle right now. Calm was stuck at the midfield. Even for a brief moment, he's like, do I dribble this ball over to that mid boost? Uh-oh, that one off the post comes back out. But the low boost situation ended up biting OG.
Calm again. Ball security at the forefront of his mind. First Killer getting a couple of dunks, but that's an outlet for Calm. Laser shot gives OG a chance to set up, but they gotta read Jack. Demo underneath, start making him uncomfortable. It's 2 demos. AppJack bought them a little bit of time, a little bit of space. Nolly underneath, nothing.
JNAP's gonna look for Calm. Calm will take it, passes it over to Nolly, but Nolly has to bail out of the play. Ball wasn't close enough to him. The sidewall double. Nolly will hit it off his own backboard. Win. First Killer ready, and that one somehow stays out of the net.
Chronic had a line on that ball. Couldn't get underneath it enough for a powerful shot. Nolly just diving in front for Chronic. Apparently Jack, whoa, JNAP's at no boost. Picks up the save. OG still in position to tie this game. Need to get it downfield quickly. First killer holds it back to Jack. GENG killing the OG momentum with a nice 50 back. Calm gets the clear. Do they catch GENG sleeping? Chronic can keep it safe against the back wall. James here in the final 15.
Off the ceiling. Oh my, it was a perfect 50.
Oh.
Field to Nolly. Touches, controls into an air dribble. Calm racing to it, trying to feed someone in the middle. Nolly's there. Calm. Whoa for goal. Low boost. Couldn't get the double. JNAP's the last hope. Lobs it up. First killer out of boost, but gets a big clear all the way down to OG's corner.
Now Nolly has to find a way out of this. Apparently Jack shakes the ball away from the rotation, and GENG hold, winning the game after the timeout. Wow.
OG has been doing that risk calculation very well, being able to get those 50s, stay in the play, make those low boost plays, but in that last game, they just were not able to. You wonder if GENG will start having more success as they win even more of those boost battles.
Could it be the confidence builder? And will they just take over the lobby like they so often do in their quarterfinals matchups? Space Station, they played them a bunch. The best they could do was 6 games. It's the story the same for OG post GENG timeout. They still have one in their pocket as well, which may be pulled if this keeps going the way it is. First killer takes the pass out from Chronic, and GENG strike first.
And apparently, Jack, he's getting bumped, but when he's low boost, he gets the back pass to Chronic. That gave Chronic the possession, and Chronic did so much work making the most of it and gets the pass down to first killer all around. Wonderful team play from GENG.
Oh, no!
We see a kickoff goal. How many times are we going to see this?
Oh, Chronic, he was on this one, and that's a pause immediately. Apparently, Jack called for that right as it happened. Looks like Chronic's game just tabbed out. So, or at least that is what is being said in the in-game chat. So we'll figure out what genius touches in those situations. Yeah. He's absolutely phenomenal. I'm continue to be impressed by the way he conducts a series.
And he is the conductor. He's a clutch goal scorer. You want him in those big moments, being in that decision-making position of whether to shoot, pass, or whatever it may be. Apparently, Jack, he's got the ice.
With that understanding, gives GENG the results that they've gotten. OG, they have definitely made this competitive. Gibbs talked about the boost management being his #1 concern for OG. As we see, it's really just securing the boost that has been the biggest problem for them. First killer, shot underneath, and Calm doesn't even have to jump. He's got to be careful. Again, ball security, especially on that low boost. Apparently Jack pulling off the play, and it dunks off a one off the bar. Calm flies in with no contact, and OG's play gets broken up.
And this one still will be a goal. OG doesn't give up.
I thought it was done. But JNAP, he's right there. Jack turns away. He thinks JNAP's just leaving. Chronic is like, no, bro, I gotta get him.
And he's also thinking, no way JNAP is gonna stay on this, right?
No, he's not turning on that.
But that is what OG does, these optimal plays. And you even saw Chronic, or Calm rather, almost do what apparently Jack did before, stay in the play on 0 boost and get the back pass. And now the bounce shot, OG on top.
Why does this go in? First killer in the middle behind Jack, sees Nolly's touch, and it just comes out for free. Calm just hits him backside. Chronic was still rotating back. Jack gets absolutely nothing. And first killer not in a position to respond. He's just watching Calm barrel down the field. He's got all the options available to him. It comes down to Jack putting that ball in a playable position. First killer abandoned the play, and he got burned.
OG, what a response that was after thinking they might have had a goal to having it called off to now scoring 2 and getting the lead.
That's got to feel great.
OG.
Got to feel great that, yeah, it's not the cheeky kickoff goal. It's not the only way we score. Nice try, but also apparently Jack and first killer will just delete you, and then Chronic will score. GG.
Nolly's the only one alive. There's one demo, there's the other. Nolly's like, oh gosh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Jumps off, and Chronic says, okay, now that you've committed, I'm just gonna shoot it right by you. You can see the panic on Nolly's face on that play.
The best position to be in when you're Chronic and you're about to be on the ball and you just hear off your camera. You're like, oh, my job's about to be really easy. So it doesn't last long, OG in the lead. Com continues to see, or continues to make good calls on his 50s against Gen G. Unfortunately, the follow-up was not there for OG. We'll have to figure things out again here in the corner.
JNaps hoping to land that 50. Com has a decent amount of boost here. Gets it by 1 cleanly. Goes for a 50. JNaps winning it forward. Chronic will go for that corner boost potentially. There's one demo. Com
Boost.
launches it. Chronic had apparently Jack's back, and now we'll move into the play. High boom. First killer almost falling on that ball, but he had no boost.
JNaps had it high. Chronic's been sitting back, watching the play develop. Now he's on. Forced to give it up. This is looking good. JNaps staying downfield. First killer trying to delay the attack, and he does so. He kills it to the corner. Jack sets up for Com's touch. Saw how it limited where Com could really go with the ball. He'll turn off Cam and try to force First Killer into a wide rotation, but Chronic just holds them down. And now First Killer with a full tank, meeting Nolly at the punch. Com deleting Jack, and space again for OG. JNaps keeps it tight. He opts over Chronic, looks for the bump on Jack, and oh wow, you get the Goomba stomp. Unfortunately, a lot more work done to get to the castle.
Good recognition from First Killer, recognizing that that was an air dribble bump play. Was there to pick up very quickly, but the flip reset almost good enough to go in by itself, apparently. Jack trying to make his mark.
JNaps, when he recovered, he lost all of his momentum. He was forced to give up the ball. There's a demo to give some space. Chronic recognizes, going to flip off. JNaps got no boost. This is the tough part of the equation for OG. You get the clear downfield. Now you need to find a way to have this position with boost advantage. Right now, they're just bombing it away. JNaps has to meet Jack. Jack totally stuffed this play. Com has to get it across. Chronic gonna leave. First Killer gonna get it back to Chronic, and just that little tap from First Killer is enough to shake Com off the ball and force OG to scratch their heads wondering how to break through.
See Com again, staying in the boost or play with low boost. OG, they won't rotate out unless you force them.
You love that kind of aggression. You love that kind of confidence. And you need that against a Gen G team. We're always looking to see where that opening is. So good at finding it immediately and then just sticking the ball right through the rotation. Chronic pops the ball. JNaps avoids the bump and pops it hard, forcing First Killer to respect it. First Killer's been doing a lot of respecting today. Nolly right on top of him. The end of regulation. OG continue to press. JNaps, free touch, but he's got a lot in front of him, and Jack may have a way through. He's only got 13 as he leaves. First killer denied. Nolly, what a recovery. We go to OT.
Nolly putting a hand up right there. Didn't want to leave Com all alone. And there's a fake kickoff. Gets the demo right away. Chronic, though, had the boost and was able to get back in time.
Yeah, when Com got to the ball, didn't really have many options, didn't have any boosts. Had to just fall with it. Now First Killer and Jack move down the field. Com will play a deep support, waiting for JNaps in the corner, but he over-rotates a bit, and that was a risky position for Com to sit. You saw JNaps have to stretch and avoid First Killer, almost dunking it into his net. Jack trying to catch Nolly out, but he can't. Nolly recovers. Chronic on the side wall. Demo forces Com to make the stop. First Killer comes across. Nolly spawns right underneath, and no opening presents itself to Gen G just yet, but First Killer, he likes some TNT to blow open some holes. Nolly staying on the ball. He's out of boost. Only one player on OG at any time has any boost.
Yeah, this is so awkward. Right now, Com has the boost. Can he make the play? Gets that first win. JNaps picks up some small pads. Gets that first 50. Nolly has to be careful here. Com getting that boost. There's the pass attempt, but it's kept back in. More boost being wasted, and there's the demo on Com. Things starting to heat up. A bump dodged. OG barely surviving.
And Gen G pulled off at the last moment. First Killer got the full tank of boost. Now Jack has just blown through the rotation. 2 taps. First Killer plays it back to Chronic. They baited them out, but it's not enough. Chronic shot not powerful, not on target, and OG were ready for it. But Gen G will not relinquish control. Jack dunks through 2. Chronic midair, denied in front of the box. JNaps barely keeps his team alive.
Defense Simulator 2024 being played by OG Esports right now.
Oh, another clear, and OG breakout. Nolly first on the attack, half of his boost. JNaps deleted on the back end. Com deleted on the back end. Here comes the Gen G counter, and Nolly takes it away. Well, First Killer was in that lane, and if he hits him there, whew, Gen G doing everything they can to force OG off this ball, but it's not been an easy task. JNAP sitting underneath it. Calm can't go. Jack was ready for that challenge.
Calm. You see Nolly trying to read what was coming. There's the infield pass. There's the shot. Saved. Rebound for Calm. Calm puts it high. Nolly, where are you? JNAPS tries to pass it off to the side. Calm controlling it once more. Late shot, and that's saved to the side. Now GENG panicking.
Oh my God, first kill on that first shot from Calm had 0 boost. All Calm had to do was hit it to the top shelf, and this game is over. Instead, he was given a second chance, and he made the most of it. Here he is sitting on the back line, forced into a heavy touch, follows it up, but misses the ball. Nolly wants to pass to Calm. Calm had other ideas. OG communication breaking down a little bit. First killer, he's just ball chasing now, just chasing down Nolly, steals the ball away. He is done playing defense, but OG are not done on offense.
Jack doesn't have much boost. We'll have to boom this downfield. Calm over to Nolly. Nolly being chased by apparently Jack. First killer lands a demo. Nolly gets demoed after stealing the corner. Big 50 from Calm. JNAPS is ready for a pass or a rebound, but apparently Jack with a great challenge.
Calm has been
back and forth.
Calm has been such a threat on those catches and 50s, James, but apparently Jack might have caught him. It's just wide. Calm gets the catch. JNAPS doesn't have to make a save, but first killer blows through 2 on the 50. OG forced out to the side with momentum. JNAPS trying to chain dash to 50 him, but first killer's already left the wall. Drops it for Jack. Jack denied. Calm reads it, and they try everything. GENG try to feign the shot, bring it down on the fake, and he's missed the ball. Calm, bye-bye. Jack almost saved it. Calm is done with that. We're going to game 6 to GENG on match point.
What was that pinch? Chronic's at the midfield, and the ball just pinched out and caught him completely by surprise. And Calm is like, oh my goodness, I got to push this towards net. It's just making the 200 IQ play, even if you don't have, even if you don't think you have enough boost to make a play, turning and getting the job done. That is what Calm has been doing.
Well, GENG forced onto match point on Neo Tokyo. And I know many fans out there, you either love or you hate this map, depending on who your favorite player or team are. Me, personally, I love this map. It's a great map.
That's my favorite map.
I feel like the stakes get raised a little bit with the announcer. Look at the grandiosity here in the city. Look at OG putting on pressure on GENG.
We get to play some street ball, Gordy.
We do. Calm throwing this one out. Calm would definitely be a top player in some street ball. That dude.
And he's talking trash as well out there.
He's talking trash. He's elbowing you in your rib as he moves past you. Calm definitely a little physical on and off the pitch. I found they tend to translate.
See some good early pressure from OG. Finally a chance to break out. First killer not able to get much on that double. Also getting a team bump on Chronic, resulting in no one being there for that rebound opportunity.
Yeah, first killer just trying to give a free touch to Chronic with all 3 from OG in the net there. We're talking about the option coverage. GENG is usually the only team on the pitch we're talking about having great options, unless they're playing G2. But OG have also covered very well. Chronic sizing this up. He's all of OG back waiting for him. First killer on his wing, and he's challenged immediately by Nolly.
Calm. He's going to try to keep that close. JNAPS to waste a lot of boost getting back to this one. Does pick up the corner. Chronic looking for apparently Jack. A rare miss from JNAPS, but Calm there to help out.
And yeah, Calm forcing first killer to jump there again, warping the rotation. That aggressive physical game really paying dividends for OG. Nolly stuffs him. Calm can play it out to the corner. Actually going for the bump. Chronic gets a touch out the first killer. There's nothing in the corner.
Good shot. Going to force the issue. Look for mistakes from GENG. They are feeling the pressure. This is an elimination game for them. They have to win this next game and force game 7. Otherwise, OG will have a big upset.
Chronic forced into a heavy touch as he's going into that ball. Calm's already high on the wall. The infield's covered. Your best option is just to slap it onto the ceiling and hope for the best, which is what GENG have had to do a lot. First killer, one of the best at it. Unfortunately, the space just a little too tight. Chronic On top of this next touch, apparently Jack, he got that corner boost. First killer holding, that's more pressure. Jack knew it, he got the demo, but first killer didn't get solid contact. And so Calm, again, will steal it away, but that's off of first killer mishandling the ball.
And also, if first killer bumped Calm in that position, it might have been a goal. So Calm doing very well, recognizing that contact play. But now we see a shot opportunity, a rebound out for Nolly. Can he put it in? He almost to go for the pass, but nobody was there from OG.
GENG have used a lot of boosts on that defensive try. Calm has a full tank. Chronic has picked up a lot of pads, but Calm hops over him. First killer forced to boom it away.
Nolly. You can see Calm immediately demo chasing, opening up that midfield, or at least trying to. There's a demo landed from Nolly. Apparently Jack to leave this for Chronic. Well, how do you deal with that, Derby? You see the aggression, and now the demos from Nolly as well as Calm.
I do think it was fortunate for Chronic that he got forced into the correct position, as he was having to use a lot of boost to run away. But still, while warping the rotation doesn't work that time for GENG. You're right, if you're not keeping your camera on a swivel the whole time, it might even lead to panicky plays like that. You're just constantly facing aggression. At some point, you're just gonna guess that one of your teammates is getting bumped, and you're gonna go the same time he does. Calm. Hard shot, but low and easily defended by Chronic. OG putting on a press. JNAP's buying some crucial time for OG to get reset.
Another zero boost challenge from JNAP's, and there's a demo from Nelly. He doesn't even care to play the ball. Never was his plan from the beginning. Apparently Jack 50 out to the middle. Calm. We'll try to 50 that by, but it goes all the way back to OG's half. Nolly trying to collect in his own corner and does get a nice ball downfield.
Calm covering that play bailed Nolly out. He was going to have to defend a hot 2-on-1 had Calm not jumped on that challenge immediately. Instead, GENG, they're back, James, and there's 30 seconds left on the clock. OG just need one goal on the board to take down GENG, the team that won the regional last time. Take them out in quarters.
Where did time go? We're approaching the final 10 seconds. Apparently Jack with a nice pop. Chronic in first, both with boost as well. There's a 50 out to the middle. Chronic not going to get a shot opportunity now. Calm dives in, and now Nolly will leave this for JNAP's. JNAP's big boom. First killer possesses. Backboard play. Chronic will launch it downfield, and they let it go. And we've got overtime. Chance for OG to upset GENG.
Oh, man. Fake kickoff again. But this time, Abjack's ready for it. Calm has a full tank of boosts. Play it tight. He's been the factor, the center factor for OG, but give some credit to Nolly, making some great touches, buying time for his team. JNAP's has been doing the same. They've been using a ton of boost to stay alive in this series, and they may have to play one more if they're not careful. A lot of demos on both sides. JNAP slips through GENG's line. Calm has control of the ball off the ceiling, and denied for now. GENG hold the line.
Nolly flinging it in, trying to make things awkward for the defense. Chronic up to first. Contested by Nolly, back down to Jack. Jack forcing it forward.
Uh-oh.
And there's a bump. Nolly, there's a demo. Nolly has boost to make this play.
He's got Calm on the wing. He wants him, but Calm didn't have a lot of boost. He swung wide. JNAP's now, with one boost, will at least buy time, and that was the only thing they needed. They just needed time. Calm has that now, and GENG continue to lose their boosts. That's two midfield boosts gone. Chronic gets his only canister available. High touch, but nobody on the rotation. Demo. Another demo. Nolly shot right into Jack. Loose rebound. Calm. One shot. Saved by Jack off the bar. Rebound. Goal! JNAP's delivers the defeat to GENG onto the semifinals.
OG pull off the upset over GENG. And from the very beginning of this series, you knew it was going to be an all-out battle.
What